I just built a full data production pipeline. GA4 to BigQuery, DBT transformations, GitHub for orchestration, and Metabase for serving the dashboards. Barely wrote any code, just asked Claude Code to do it. And I'm going to show you how to recreate it and also show you what AI got wrong along the way. Hey, Daniela here. I've been working with data for more than 10 years now, and definitely the hardest part of working with data is the setting up of everything. Getting all the sources put together, creating the pipelines, making sure there are any errors between the raw data and the production data, and then delivering a dashboard exactly how stakeholders would imagine. Initially, this work could last from 2 weeks to months until we get it right, depending on the complexity of the project. And now with Claude Code, that's much easier, and we can focus more on the business side of it instead of just going to very detailed code and infrastructure. So let me show you how it worked. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so before you can recreate this, you need 4 things. 3 are non-negotiable and 1 is kind of optional. First things first, you need a Google Cloud project with billing enabled. This entire stack lives on Google Cloud. BigQuery, Cloud Run, Cloud SQL, Secret Manager, none of it works without a billing account attached. You won't spend much for a side project, probably just a few euros a month, but you need the card on file. Second, you need the Claude Code with the Pro subscription. The free tier won't get you through this kind of project. Too many tokens, too many runs. Pro gives you the agentic capability to let Claude actually execute commands, not just suggest them. And third, a GitHub account with a repository. GitHub Actions is the engine that runs the deploys, and it's where all of the secrets live, service account keys, database passwords, all of it. Optionally, but highly recommended, is VS Code as your editor. Honestly, you could do this entirely from the terminal with Claude Code, but having VS Code open with Claude extension makes everything smoother, especially when you're reviewing DBT models or tweaking Terraform. Okay, 6 tools, 1 pipeline. Here's kind of how they connect. Step 1 is your data source. I'm pulling Google Analytics 4, and if you know, if you've been working with data, this is one of the most used ones. It kind of records every click, conversion, and whatever event lands on BigQuery as raw event tables. This is kind of exported as kind of a wildcard table, and you can touch them. That's your kind of source of truth. Then you have BigQuery. BigQuery is your warehouse, everything. You have the raw and transformed, lives in a single dataset called GA4 Analytics. Claude actually got this wrong on the first try. I had to kind of course correct because it was returning empty tables. And it's basically just because BigQuery wouldn't allow the partition by, and I had to say, yeah, that's wrong. It needed to figure out on its own how to do it. On top of that sits BigQuery, the data build tool. This is where kind of the magic happens. DBT takes those raw events and builds staging models, fact tables, then funnel models. I'm running it incrementally, like looking back 3 days, merging, like in kind of an emerging strategy, so it only processes new data on each run instead of rebuilding from scratch. This will also prevent from you spending a lot of money running like the full refresh every single time. Then we have GitHub Actions. It's kind of the conductor. Every push to main runs a workflow that applies Terraform and runs DBT. I lost so many hours on this one, back and forth with Claude Code. Basically, Terraform and DBT Actions workflows were not working properly, so I had to kind of iterate with it to make it work. And then Terraform. Terraform handles the infrastructure, Cloud Run service, Cloud SQL, database, secret manager, secrets, the whole thing, basically. Lastly, we have Metabase running on Cloud Code. This is where your dashboards will live. Okay, enough theory. Let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. I'll walk you through the 4 things I had to do myself. Everything else Claude Code handled. So first things first, I authenticated to Google Cloud from my terminal. If you don't have that installed, go ahead and do it on your project. I actually opened VS Code for this and downloaded the gcloud CLI, installed it, and then just authenticated into my own account. It will just open a new tab from your browser, and you can allow Cloud Code to run whatever you like. Then you have to kind of save the skills file. This is kind of where it makes the whole thing work. This is a markdown document where I wrote down every gotcha I knew about this stack. Every error that occurred during the iterations with Cloud Code. Basically, all of the instructions and everything that Cloud Code can do wrong is right here. It's kind of the magic sauce for this. So I save this file in my project, and then Cloud Code starts. It reads it as kind of context. That's the difference between Claude writing generic Terraform and Claude writing Terraform for my specific task. Cool, and now I open Claude Code in the project folder, and here's the prompt. It's kind of almost embarrassingly simple. It just asks kind of to read the skills file, build a GA4 analytics pipeline. I provided the project ID that I own on Google Cloud. I've also provided my credentials for the Metabase. If you don't want to do that, Cloud Code will suggest a password as well. So you need to just give very little things in the prompt, which is cool. So yeah, basically over the next 20 minutes or so, it generates the entire repo. I'm just watching, approving, occasionally pushing back when something doesn't look right, but I'm not writing any code at all. So another thing that it's really cool, like if you're logged in Git already on your machine, you can ask Claude to just create a new repo and shift everything there, push everything to Git. That's what basically I'm showing here. What Claude actually pushed, the action tabs with the Terraform and the DBT workflows. This is where kind of the magic happens. The push triggers the deploy workflow. Yeah, it looks amazing. Like I didn't do anything. I just gave the instructions to do it. And DBT also run everything. I can see all of the tables now in BigQuery. It looks really good. Make sure that you look through your data if it makes sense, like do some type of quick analysis on the raw data versus what DBT is getting you. But yeah, I've looked, everything looks really good. The code also for DBT looks amazing. And then waited a few more minutes and we have our Metabase dashboard. So it gave me already an URL. I just opened. As you can see, like it's not amazing, but the prompt itself was very straightforward. I didn't give a lot of instructions. I also had to kind of debug the funnel visual, but that's kind of what you have. You can also ask Claude Code to fix it itself and see. Honestly, Metabase is so easy to work with that I just went ahead and fixed it myself. Some of the values are looking a little bit weird. That's also something like conversion rate. is a little bit too high. Yeah, it's definitely high. It's bigger than 100%. So tweak that a little bit, give them more instructions if needed. But yeah, right now it's like a walk in the park for sure. Like fixing these things and tweaking is so much easier than building the whole thing. Just figure it out. And remember, like if you work with stakeholders before, even if you deliver everything on the dashboard, you still need to iterate with them and create as they imagine and as they think it will solve their business problems for sure. Okay, let's talk about the part that nobody wants. Like this is beautifully written and everything, but working with data and AI is definitely kind of scary. It touches a lot of security bridges that you need to be aware of. You also need to be very experienced with data and these tools to understand what it's doing. Because essentially, for this experiment, I gave him permissions to all of my Google Cloud platforms. So he was able to create secret managers, keys, and give access to everything that he needed. At the end, I need to validate and verify that, okay, that's good. I'm approving this, and make sure that it doesn't deploy any secrets to any public account, even private accounts like GitHub repository. Make sure that there isn't any passwords over there, of course, and obviously make sure that the data that is delivering is correct. Are like the hard part of this job is definitely the fidelity of the numbers itself. So yeah, be aware of that. But if you're already kind of in a very comfortable position, like this will save you a ton of work. AI is definitely here as a game changer. And yeah, for data, I still think it needs a lot of iteration. I'm not gonna lie. Like I did do a couple of iterations to make this work. And after that, after kind of reviewing all of the errors, everything that I don't think is supposed to do, that I would do myself, you know, I basically just wrote that into the skills, or let me rephrase. I asked Claude Code, that's a really good tip. I asked Claude Code everything that I told him to kind of course correct, to write back into the skills and make sure that it doesn't do this error or this bug ever again. So that's the full stack. Hope you enjoy it. If you like more videos like this, let me know, subscribe, and all the information that I've used is down below on the description. And I see you next time. Bye.